Views allow you to organize the devices that are under management in a way that makes sense for various purposes. For example, on this system, within the My Network view, I've got a variety of subviews that organize the devices in different ways. To begin with, I'm an administrator, and therefore I have access to a special view called All Objects. All Objects contains every device that's under management on this server. But there are also some other views that have been set up that organize the devices in different ways. One way to look at this is to go to the Explorer. If I were to look at the by geography view that's been set up here, you'll see that I've broken the country down into East Coast and West Coast devices. In the East Coast devices, I've got some devices in Florida and some others in the headquarters, which is in New York. In the West Coast, if I look what's in here, I've got some Californian devices. Another view has my devices broken out by offices. So if I were to look in here, there are 3 offices and an IPVPN service. At the same time, I've broken my devices out by technology. And those are then subdivided into these folders, again called subviews, which categorize them into Ethernet switches, firewalls, managed hosts, etc. If I were to take the by geography view, which I've navigated to using the Explorer, and look at the East and West Coast subviews, another way of looking at it would be to go to the Contents dashboard. By default, we're showing the view hierarchy, which means I can see the subviews. Looking into the East Coast subview shows me everything that's within it. If there were subviews in here, you would see folders within this subview. Going back to the by geography view allows me to see the 2 subviews again. But if I were to turn the Show View Hierarchy mode off, simply by clicking that button, then you'll see all of the devices, those from California on the West Coast, along with those from Florida and New York on the East Coast. They've all been combined because the by geography view, which in my case contains those 2 subviews, itself is considered to contain everything that its subviews contain, rather like a file system. These views and subviews can be used to constrain reports and also control other aspects of the system, such as incident forwarding to third-party systems. They're also used to control which groups of users have access to which groups of devices.